What if one of the biggest parenting problems in America isn't that kids have too little freedom, but that they have too little responsibility? Sounds backwards, right? Yet every year, millions of people around the world watch videos of Japanese children doing things that seem almost impossible. 6-year-olds walking to school alone. Elementary students cleaning their own classrooms. Young kids running errands without parents hovering over them every second. To many Americans, it looks shocking. Some even wonder if it's dangerous. But here's the part that really surprises people. Japan consistently raises some of the most disciplined, respectful, and independent children in the world. So what's their secret? And more importantly, what can American parents learn from it? Most people assume Japanese discipline comes from strict rules and tough parenting. But that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions. In reality, Japanese parents often spend less time controlling their children and more time teaching them how to control themselves. The goal isn't obedience. The goal is self-discipline. From a very young age, children are taught that their actions affect everyone around them. Instead of constantly hearing, "Don't do that," they learn why certain behaviors matter. And that small difference changes everything. Imagine a typical morning. In many households, parents are rushing around reminding kids to get dressed, pack their bags, and stop getting distracted. In Japan, routines are often introduced so early and repeated so consistently that many children begin handling these responsibilities almost automatically. This doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of patient guidance. Japanese parents understand something powerful: discipline isn't built during big life lessons. It's built during ordinary moments repeated every single day. One of the most important ideas behind Japanese parenting is a concept called shitsuke. It roughly translates to discipline, but its meaning goes much deeper. Shitsuke is about teaching habits, manners, and responsibility until they become part of a child's character. Instead of focusing only on correcting mistakes, parents focus on building routines that make good behavior feel natural. The question isn't, "How do I make my child listen today?" The question is, "How do I help my child become the kind of person who makes good decisions tomorrow?" This mindset appears everywhere in Japanese childhood. Young children are often encouraged to help around the house long before most adults expect them to. They put away their belongings. They help prepare simple meals. They organize their own school supplies. At first glance, these tasks seem small. But every responsibility sends a message. It tells the child, "You are capable. You are trusted. You are an important part of this family." And when children feel capable, they begin acting capable. But perhaps the most fascinating lesson comes from Japanese schools. Imagine sending your child to school and knowing they will spend part of the day cleaning classrooms, hallways, and common spaces. No janitors. No one cleaning up after them. The students do it themselves. To many Americans, that sounds unbelievable. Yet this simple practice teaches lessons that last a lifetime. Children learn respect for shared spaces. They learn teamwork. They learn accountability. Most importantly, they learn that maintaining a community is everyone's responsibility. Another powerful Japanese value is onwayari, the idea of thinking about other people's feelings and needs before acting. This concept is woven into everyday life. When a child behaves poorly, the conversation often focuses on how their actions affected others. Instead of simply hearing that a rule was broken, they learn to see the emotional impact of their choices. Over time, this creates something incredibly valuable: empathy. Children start making better decisions not because they're afraid of punishment, but because they genuinely care about the people around them. And then there's something many American families struggle with today: consistency. Modern life is packed with distractions. Screens compete for attention. Schedules change constantly. Everyone seems busy all the time. Japanese families often place a stronger emphasis on predictable routines. Bedtimes are consistent. Mealtimes are regular. Expectations are clear. This structure creates a sense of security that makes discipline easier. Kids don't have to guess what's expected because expectations are already part of daily life. This connects closely with another Japanese philosophy known as Kaizen, the idea of continuous improvement through small daily steps. Instead of expecting dramatic changes, Japanese parents focus on steady progress. A child doesn't need to become responsible overnight. They just need to improve a little each day. Over weeks, months, and years, those tiny improvements create remarkable results. It's a simple idea, but it might be one of the most powerful parenting lessons Japan has to offer. Perhaps the biggest surprise of all is how much trust Japanese parents place in their children. In many parts of Japan, kids gradually gain independence at a young age. They learn to navigate their world with increasing confidence because adults believe they can. That trust isn't blind. It's earned through preparation and practice. But once children feel trusted, something amazing happens. They begin trusting themselves. This doesn't mean Japanese parenting is perfect. No parenting system is. Every culture has strengths and weaknesses. But Japan reminds us of something important. Raising successful children isn't about controlling every decision they make. It's about preparing them to make good decisions when you're not there. It's about building habits instead of relying on constant reminders. It's about teaching responsibility before demanding it. And it's about helping children develop the confidence that comes from doing hard things themselves. At the end of the day, the greatest lesson American parents can learn from Japanese discipline is surprisingly simple. Strong children are not created through stricter rules. They're created through trust, responsibility, consistency, and patience. Every small chore, every daily routine, every opportunity to help, and every lesson in empathy quietly shapes the adult a child will eventually become. And maybe that's the real secret Japan has understood all along. The goal isn't to raise children who obey. The goal is to raise children who no longer need to be told what the right thing is, because they've learned to choose it for themselves.